A $400 million ballroom plan for the White House is halted by a U.S. appeals court, stopping the Trump administration's high-profile construction project. The ruling means the planned ballroom will not be built, affecting federal spending and White House operations. The decision was made by a federal appeals court in Washington, D.C., and it specifically blocks the construction of the new ballroom. The project was part of the Trump administration's broader building agenda. The U.S. Appeals Court's decision blocks the construction of the new ballroom, preventing the Trump administration from proceeding with the $400 million project. The ruling specifically targets the ballroom, leaving other Trump construction plans untouched. The court's order means the White House will not add the new space, and the project's funding will be redirected or canceled. The decision reflects the judiciary's role in overseeing federal spending and construction projects. The ruling applies only to the specific ballroom project and does not address the Trump administration's broader construction plans. It leaves other federal building projects untouched, and the court did not comment on future spending. The decision highlights the limits of judicial intervention in executive construction initiatives. The uncertainty remains about how the $400 million budget will be reallocated or whether other projects will face similar scrutiny. Iran plots to keep Trump in war, according to a Guardian report. The story claims that Tehran is working to keep former President Donald Trump tied to the Middle East conflict, hoping to damage his midterm election prospects. The report says unnamed Iranian officials are coordinating with U.S. intelligence to create a narrative that Trump is still a wartime figure. This could influence voters who see Trump as a wartime leader. The claim is based on unnamed sources and has not been independently verified. If the plan succeeds, it could hurt Trump's midterm prospects by painting him as a wartime figure. The Guardian report suggests that Iranian officials are working with U.S. intelligence to keep Trump's name linked to the conflict. This narrative could sway voters who view Trump as a wartime leader. The claim remains unverified and relies on unnamed sources. No official confirmation has been made. The claim that Iran is plotting to keep Trump entangled in war is based on unnamed sources and has not been independently verified. No official statements from Iranian officials or U.S. intelligence have confirmed the story. The Guardian report does not provide concrete evidence, and the claim remains speculative. The lack of verification raises questions about the story's credibility and potential impact on U.S. politics. Todd Blanche clears a major hurdle in his bid to become Attorney General. The Republican nominee has been approved by the Senate Judiciary Committee, moving him one step closer to confirmation. This development could shape the Department of Justice's priorities and influence federal law enforcement and civil rights enforcement. The nomination is still subject to Senate confirmation and potential opposition. With the Judiciary Committee's approval, Todd Blanche's nomination now awaits a full Senate vote. The confirmation will determine whether he can shape the Department of Justice's priorities and influence federal law enforcement and civil rights enforcement. However, the nomination remains subject to Senate confirmation and potential opposition, leaving uncertainty about the final outcome.